Hey guys, today I want to talk about why I retired at 55 and the benefits that I got from retiring at 55. Now, this might not happen to all people what happened to me, but with a positive outlook, it can also happen with you. It means having that positive outlook and staying positive and staying on track. Don't let anything get you down. Don't let anything drag you down or stop you from your endeavors, okay? Now, when I originally started out, I started out with about $12.50 as far as my retirement. That's not a lot of money. It's way below the sweet spot for sure, but it's an amount that I can live with, but that was without Social Security. So keep that in mind. My Social Security will kick in later because I retired at 55, so that means I had to kind of suffer with a little bit less. So it means, okay, I got over here, I started living on that amount, but I also had a lot of extra in cash put aside that I could use, and I still have some of the extra cash now. And let me tell you something, retiring at 55 was the best thing that I ever did. Now, I have kind of like a working retirement because of course I have the vlog, and I do a few other side things and stuff, and I have to pay taxes both in the US and in the Philippines. But my life over here has gotten so much better because I've had other things kick in later. I had other investments kick in. They gave me more money, and also some other things that kicked in also. And in the end, it all ended up working out. It was like a miracle because I had tried doing some things back home, and when I did them in the Philippines, it went through. And I was told by people back home, when I did it in the Philippines, it would go through. And I was told by doctors back home when I was working with the VA and stuff like that, I had a back issue from the military. I was actually curbed. I don't know if any of you know what that means. I fell on a curb with my back. We were playing a football game between two submarines that I was on one and they were on the other, and they were playing practical jokes on the other side. And this guy was rolling underneath people's legs. He would drop to the ground and roll under people's legs and make them fall backwards. Well, when he did me, I hit the curb on my back and bruised my back really bad. And the next day I had a big lump on my back, and it bruised some of the lower part of my back. Anyway, afterwards, I just kind of sucked it up. After about a month, I was put on light duty for a while the bruise went down. He told me to keep putting ice and everything on it. I had to keep going over to see the hospital corpsman every day, putting ice on it, and they sent me to the doctors and everything for that too. And later on I forgot about it, but I always had some sort of back pain, and I also had like toe pain. And my back pain wasn't so bad when I was younger, but the toe pain kept getting worse and worse and worse. And after a while, I kind of thought that I had like arthritis in my toes. Come to find out, when I got over to the Philippines, the toe pain is associated with back pain, with sciatica. And I used to have like a thing running down my leg. My leg would get kind of stiff and I could hardly walk. I thought it was just something like a pinched nerve or something like that or whatever in my leg. Come to find out, when I got over here, the doctor that I saw over here in the Philippines associated all that with the sciatica, and I found out what it was all about. And I kind of had a feeling that it was something to do with that, but I never knew. But anyway, that helped me get what I needed with the military. And I'm not 100% by no means. I'm not even close. I got a long ways to go. I don't plan on putting in for any more or anything like that. But, I'll say this, that, that was like a miracle for me. And then also the channel. Channel gives me averages about $1,000 a month, okay? Somewhere in around there. Social Security will probably give me another $1,000 to $1,200, somewhere in around there, I'm guessing. So between everything, by the time I get to where I need to be, I'm in a good spot. Now, anything can happen in the economy and the world the way it is today. I don't know what's going to happen. And the things that happen with me might not be able to happen with you. But there's always something out there you can do. If you push hard enough to do it, you can make it happen. Just don't go out there and invest money in a sari store. It's not going to go anywhere. You know why? Because as soon as they get that money in their hands, they spend it, and then somebody else has to come along and fund that store to get it restocked again. It's usually the way they work. Don't do it, just don't do it. But a lot of guys can retire at 55, and if you come over here on 2,000 or more, and you got built-in COLAs, you're gonna do damn well over here. You're gonna do really, really well. And I implore you to think about leaving and retiring over here, whether it be in Vietnam, Thailand, or the Philippines, or some other place. It could be Mexico, it could be Costa Rica or Belize, but those places get a little bit more expensive too. It could be Ecuador. But think about it. Think long and hard. Because once you retire, you're retired. And if you find out later on that you couldn't make it by retiring at 55, then it was a mistake. I'm lucky. I'm lucky in a lot of different ways. I'm blessed. I try to get out and walk. It helps my back a little bit. It helps unstiffen my back. As you can see, I'm kind of hunched over today from my back, and I suffer a lot from that. And when I get up in the morning, it's the stiffest. And today it's pretty stiff. I've taken a couple of Tramadol, and I've taken a acetaminophen. Also, the VA is cutting back on Tramadol, so we won't be able to get that anymore. And I'm going to have to pay for that out of pocket, I guess. I can put in for FMP, which is the foreign medical plan, get reimbursed, but for a few bucks, it's probably not even worth putting in for it because it takes 6 months to a year to get your money, I guess, from what I'm hearing. But anyway, I just want to talk to you guys and let you guys know you can do it. You can. I'm not telling everybody open up a vlog or do something like that, but you know something? A vlog doesn't have to be on the Philippines or how you got here. It could be fixing motorcycles. It could be boating in the Philippines. It could be building a shanty boat in the Philippines. It could be building a shanty and living in a shanty in the Philippines. It could be many things. A lot of people don't understand that with YouTube, the sky's wide open. You can do whatever you want, and you can make money. You just have to have people out there that are willing to watch that and see it. Maybe you like to travel, hike. A lot of people don't do stuff on hiking here in the mountains. There's older people that like hiking. Do a hiking vlog. Be an awesome vlog out of Mindoro or some of these other places. Climbing volcanoes or mountains around here. There's plenty to climb. Let me tell you, the mountains here are endless, but it's hot. But when you get up top there, there's cooler places. Some of those places that you almost need a jacket up on top. And you can live here and live well on less money. Now, am I telling people to come over here on $1,250? Hell no. You know the way I feel about that. It's $1,500 and up or more, especially with today's problems with money. I mean, I went shopping the other day at Landers, and you guys saw it. It cost me $200 just to go shopping at Landers for some junk food, Everybody in my house is always jonesing for junk food. And we like to have a snack every now and then. And that's why, we go there. But if you plan on coming here, just make sure you plan it. Get that whiteboard, plan it out, make sure you can survive over here. Consider what's going to cost you for rent, where you live. Most people that are expats that come over here are pretty well to do. Most people, they worked really hard for their money. They probably average somewhere between $3,000 to $5,000. The people that I'm seeing, that's what they're getting. Oh, I should say $2,500 to $5,000, somewhere in that range. A lot of the people that I've had come into the community, that's where they're retiring at. Now we have some lower ones, we have some higher ones, but I would say more than 50% maybe are probably in that group. And you know what? They like golfing. You could do a golfing vlog. We have some people, the women expats, they want to start vlogs. And, I employ these people to do that because I think it's a great idea for these women expats to get out there and tell their story too. But there's money out there to be had, guys, and it's fun to be had. And tell people about your expat life over here, and you can get paid doing it. I've helped a lot of people over here, and I've worked. That help has actually made me a job, with the vlog. And Fortunately, I'm fortunate enough that I'm monetized. I mean, we don't do any of the asking for Patreon. We don't do any of the super chats or anything like that because we like to keep the channel clean. But you want to know something? The greatest thing that has ever happened to me over here is this vlog. It's helped me incredibly. It's helped me to help other people. It's helped me to make a little bit of money. It's helped other people to have money from the channel too, because we help other people with that money too. But I'll tell you, don't give up on your dreams, whatever you do. We talk about that quite often on here. Don't give up on that. If you want to retire at 55, make it happen. But you have to put a lot of thought into it. I put a lot of thought into my retirement. From the time I was about 35 years old, 25 years old, I knew at 55 I was going to retire. Don't give up on that. And when you get close to 55, sometimes it looks like you can't, when sometimes you can. But you have to have enough money. You have to have enough cash. And some people say, well, Steve, I have no money in the bank. How can I do this? How can I retire at 55? I have like $50,000 in the bank or whatever. Well, maybe you have to work a couple more years or what have you. Maybe you have to do something like that. Maybe you have to save up enough money to last you till you turn 62 and you can collect Social Security or something like that. Or maybe you have a pension you forgot about, or maybe you got some money put aside, or maybe you got an estate that's that might give you some money or what have you. These are things that you can kind of look at and see where you can go from there. And maybe you have a house you live in that you can sell. These are all the things that you can sell, take with you, and move over here and live. But plan it out. Make sure you have enough. Make sure you can cover inflation. Make sure and inflation right now is really, really high. These are the things you have to consider, guys. God bless. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I hope you guys really think about this stuff, and also get that whiteboard to make your plan happen. Start writing things down that you have to do to make it work. I know some of you guys are a few years away. That gives you options to work extra jobs, maybe do a job working on weekends to do security or something like that, make a few extra dollars or what have you. And then on the weekends, while you're working, you can talk to a Filipino online or something like that and get to know the people over here too. It doesn't mean you have to have a relationship or anything. Just start talking to somebody over here. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. Love you guys.